forgive the prankster?
God is so good, man.
Okay, man. Thanks very much, buddy. We need hard knocks, bro. We need hard knocks.
I don't feel like this happened, for no reason. All this is of course, fuel to the fire. And under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't have happened. But we understand we're on the bigger and better things.
This morning, the NFL investigating this prank call to draft hopeful Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, picking up the phone Friday, thinking it was a coach inviting him to join the team.
Strictly for that reason.
But it wasn't a coach or anyone from an NFL team.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
Instead, it was these young men seen in this video circulating on social media.
That NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, I believe, allegedly, was also involved on this scandal to embarrass, humiliate, and sabotage both Deion Sanders and his son Shedeur.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
What's poppin' with y'all? What's poppin' with y'all, man? I got a dope conversation that I'm about to have with, family, man. Somebody that has contributed to the channel heavy. Somebody that I've done a show with. We haven't collaborated and conversated on the channel in a while. You know what I'm saying? 1/3 of them Jackson boys. Jack boy, I got him on the line. We ready to chop it up about Shedeur Sanders because, I don't know, like, this conversation is tricky because I'm from a college town, a Division I town. I done seen a hell of a lot of good football. And I want to support the black community statements and things that the black community saying. But sometimes niggas be on some crazy type of time, man. And I can't agree with everything that's being said just to agree. But let me bring family on the show and let's start the conversation. What's good with you today, Jack boy? What's popping, fam?
What's popping, cuz? Oh, good to be back for sure. You hear me?
Yes, sir, man. You got me cheesing like I'm just cheesing on this thing, man. Excited.
Me too, man. Yeah.
I watched this draft, cuz, and I seen people saying Shedeur got snubbed. I seen people saying Deion was talking too much. People saying Shedeur was cocky. People even brought racism into it, like saying that the NFL is racist. They don't got no black owners. They was ready to go straight in on racism. We need to create our own leagues and all type of conversations. What was your initial thoughts on the NFL? Before we get into Shedeur Sanders, what was your initial thoughts on the talent that came from college this year and the draft and who had the best draft? Just chop it up with me, fam.
For sure. Well, first and foremost, let me go ahead and say thank you again, cuz, for having your boy on here. I know it's been a minute, but
anytime.
Feel good to be back, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, for just overall, man, like, to be honest, I thought this was a pretty dead draft this year. Like, I wasn't even excited for this draft, to be honest. Like, wasn't too much looking forward to seeing nobody really go and none of that. Like, I just felt like it was just a meh kind of, like, draft this year. Like, that was my perspective going into it. Obviously, I thought there was some decent talent out there for sure. Definitely some. Okay, I might be selling them a little short, but it was some top quality out there. But I don't know. Like, it just wasn't just like one of them years where I was just like, man, I can't wait to see where X, Y, Z go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Shedeur was one of the big topics, and along with a few other cats. But yeah, I mean, to me, it just wasn't that too much. It wasn't a great draft this year to me.
Who was
it? Was in fucking Green Bay this year too. I'm just
yeah.
That was kind of threw me off too.
I ain't never seen a draft in Green Bay, but who was the other people that was talked about besides Shedeur? Because I don't even,
Yeah, you had the Carter cat from Penn State.
Okay.
Big time talent, defensive end. hot damn, obviously Travis Hunter
Yeah.
went number 2 to Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cam Ward, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's a good quarterback, but nothing like spectacular, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't one of them guys that just tore up college. I felt like, you know what I mean? He transferred a few times and finally found a home in Miami and was solid, but you know, they were highly ranked all year, but ended up faltering at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about. I mean, you know, it was a few other cats out there, but nothing. Like I said, wasn't nothing spectacular to me, man. To be honest,
I agree. They didn't even make it to the ACC championship, did they? That was Clemson and SMU, I think.
Yep, so was.
Yeah, they didn't even make it to the. You know, Shedeur won 9 ball games, man. Like I didn't see no dominant player that I know could come right in, play for a team, start, and make an impact. Besides Buddy from the Penn State, the defensive end. And I got a question.
Carter,
I got a question for you, cuz. Is quarterbacks who really needs a quarterback? Is quarterbacks really needed in the league as much as college wanted the draft wanted to portray that somebody was needed? Who needs a quarterback?
I mean, I do think that's where it begins, though. To be honest, like it's a quarterback receiver driven league now. I feel like that's my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I do think obviously Cam Ward is going to be. I think he's going to do good with the Titans. That's my first initial thought. Mm-hmm. Like he's a solid guy. You know what I mean? I think you compare you look at him and Shedeur, how they compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam's just a more laid back, just to the point. Look like he puts the work in, and that's his focus is football. You know, Shedeur got a lot of other intangibles that come along with him. You know what I mean? That kind of put him in the spotlight in a different way. The kid can play ball. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's just a lot more that comes with it. And you know, I know we're gonna probably touch on it a little bit more, but I think that's really to me what kind of put him where he went in the draft. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing to do with a lot of this other stuff that folk be saying.
It was 5 quarterbacks that went before him. And I really don't know the names, but I'm getting ready to get it after I ask you this question. Mm-hmm. Was there a quarterback that you think shouldn't have went before him?
To be honest, no. I think all the quarterbacks that went before him is either better, obviously, or, you know what I mean, same playing field, but they just don't bring along the glitz and glam that Shedeur brings along, you know what I'm saying? And motherfucker ain't got time for that, man. You know what I mean? You coming fresh out of college, I need your ass to be focused and ready to rock and roll, bro. When you get here, like, I ain't got time for all this bullshit, like, persona that you got that's coming with you. Like, this workman like now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Leave all that shit in college.
Yeah, because it's grown men. I know, grown men out here.
Hell yeah, I know Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel,
Tyler Show,
him,
and Jalen Milroe,
yep.
Now, what about Buddy from Ohio State going after
Will Howard?
Yeah, he went after Shedeur and won the national championship. Now,
exactly, I was tripping off of that too. I'm like, in my opinion, I felt like he should have went before him too. You know what I mean?
Man,
like. Shit was set up, I felt like, after the fact, you know what I mean? Like, after he kept getting passed up on or whatever it came to be, I felt like, you know, there was some calls made and some strings pulled and shit, you know, from the higher up.
Yeah, I feel like to be honest with you, Ohio State quarterback went after Shedeur, and to me, he was the second best. To me, statistically and ready to go, I think he was the second best quarterback in the draft, just my opinion, after Cam Ward. And he could possibly be up there with Cam Ward because shit, he played in the Big Ten. That's big boy football, man.
No, I agree. I had Will Howard. Probably right there at that 2-3 spot as well. Like I feel like Jackson Dart is really good too. He brings a different level of toughness. with being able to run the ball, and then he can spin that thing too, man. He's standing there and throw that rock from Ole Miss. So, like, Cam Ward was up there with Will Howard and Jackson Dart were probably my three favorites in this draft.
Didn't Lamar Jackson win the Heisman?
Yep.
Where did he get drafted at?
Oh, shit, I don't even remember. I'll have to look it up. But
I know,
to be honest, like,
I know he went late, though. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go early. He wasn't no first pick.
He didn't. No, he wasn't the first pick, but he went the first round, though, didn't he?
Hold up. I'm about to get it now. Draft pick. So Lamar Jackson went 36th, second pick overall, fam. Yeah.
He was the second pick?
32nd
No, he was 32nd.
Yeah, overall. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
that's last in the first round.
Yeah, the last person in the first round. Yeah. AB, Antonio Brown, went in the 6th round. And look what he...
Yeah, I mean, you look at Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Like, he ain't won shit yet, but I mean, he's been playing ball, some pretty good ball since he's been in the league. To be honest, like shit, like he ain't just came in and dropped a dud. The kid been balling.
A lot of people said that his cockiness, his confidence, him being a prima donna, that's what the media is calling it. And him, do you think that played a part, like him and his father, you know what I'm saying, their attitude towards themselves? Do you think that played a part in them being drafted in the place that they got drafted in?
Absolutely. I think that played a big part of why he fell and dropped to where he was. Because, to be honest, man, my father ain't got time to try to be dealing with him as well as his father, Deion. Like, you know, Deion obviously knows that side of the business because he did it for a long time. And I'm sure teams and GMs and owners and all of that was like, bro, we really don't want to be like trying to draft this guy, but also be drafting his father too, because now I'm gonna have to deal with Deion. Like they was even saying like, I heard Deion, I think a clip said something about he's got to be involved in his first meeting. Like let this man, he's a grown ass man, let him go and be a man and make decisions on himself and shit like that. Stand back and give him that, you know what I mean, whatever you need to give him as far as information or, you know what I mean? But, like, let the man do what he do, bro, and focus on Colorado, bro. Like, let that man live and breathe.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people felt like that was going to be a hassle in and of itself, you know. You already got the, like you said, the prima donna, like, type guy, and we're going to have to kind of work that out, work those kinks out. But to then add in Deion, too, and hell, no, that's a headache, bro. We ain't got time for that.
And you know what's crazy? I think his father is more of the fly, the flashy, the loud, the boisterous type of person than Shedeur is. Sometimes I think Shedeur is more humble and more calm but his father and his brother is on his hip. I think Shiloh has more of the Deion attributes than Shedeur does, but you know, it is what it is, man. And I got one more take. I want to talk to you about this though, because I seen a lot. I don't know if you've seen this yourself though, but me watching so much YouTube and so many different platforms and stuff, I seen where the black community and a lot of black people talking about this is racist. We need to create our own league. It's just so many different topics that was brought, like they want to have control over what we do. He's not obedient enough, and the black community need to stand. I don't think the black community even should be concerned with this type of stuff. You know, they talking about they also said that we're gonna boycott the NFL. They said that with Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? And it's just interesting to me that we be disgruntled. Well, I don't even want to include myself in their take because I don't agree with it. But it's just it's just crazy, man. That's all, cuz. That's all.
Yeah, like I think that's super crazy to try to even pull the race card and bring it in. Like the NFL, most sports is made up of African Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that don't have nothing to do with it. Like the first person that was picked was a black guy. You know what I mean? Like, so Like what? Like,
Facts.
bro, it's a lot that go into drafting somebody. You know what I mean? It's not just based off of how good of a player you are. We've all seen in the past the top players be drafted and was trash, and like Jamarcus Russell and Ryan Leaf and like a lot of people like I'm this good, I'm that good, but you might not be, bro. And then you got the other side of like bringing shit into the pros like that people don't want to deal with, man.
That's
like and just to kind of go back on what you said, like I think Shedeur is exactly like Deion. You know what I mean? He is that fly guy, that showboat guy, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want the lights on me type of cat, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. Like, I hope he go in the league and he can make some, you know what I mean, non-believers into believers and show people that they was wrong. But at the end of the day, you can't be mad or whatever the case may be, or people try to say it was because of this or because of that. I mean, that's obviously going to be the case. People are going to say all these different things as reasons why he fell to where he fell and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's only those ball clubs that know why they didn't draft the guy. You know what I mean? Then you take Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns drafting them. They drafted 2 quarterbacks, bro. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
To me, like, you drafted him just to get him, I guess, off the board and to show, you know what I mean, that he can get drafted and not go as an unrestricted free agent or whatever the case may be. But now you drafting a guy into a position where, like, if you ain't fucking just blowing like people out the water, or you just really killing it, you gonna fuck around and get cut, or you gonna just be on the practice squad getting a little check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's just interesting.
But yeah, man.
That people saying that the NFL colluded and Roger Goodell called all the teams. It's all kind of bullshit. And you know,
shit crazy.
When people say boycott the NFL to show that the black community is taking a stand for something, I feel like they're not being considerate of the players who's depending on the NFL to receive a check.
Right.
That's just my
that's a stepping stone. That's an opportunity that little guys and people, right, like, wait on, and then to say we're not gonna play because of one person or whatever the case may be.
We ain't gonna watch, you know what I mean, or not support.
Yeah, or what? Yeah,
that you ain't being considerate of people that is probably, to think about it, like Lamar Jackson, he probably employing 50 people. He probably helping 50 people with that NFL check. So to me, I feel like, you know, it could be something done, but people got to be strategic in what they talking about and what they saying, and not just speak with feelings and emotions. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. What you said, you got to be strategic for sure.
Yeah. I appreciate your time, cuz we got to chop it up again, man. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
anytime, cuz. I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, anytime, fam. Thank you for your perspective. It's all love, fam. Right when I get done with the podcast, I'm going to hit you right back, too, also.
Thanks. All right, cuz.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Jack Boy killed that perspective, man. Thank you for your time, cuz that was a dope take, and I agree with everything he said. Everything he said was on point to me. But before I go, I want to play this clip of something that we talked about. This was Dion on the Tamron Hall show.
Said that if the right team does not pick him, that you will intervene.
That's my son. It's almost like you got a child that's going into an occupation that you already dominated in. Like, come on. And you don't think I'm not gonna sit there like a navigational system and tell him, take a right there, take a left right there, take a not that, not that. Oh, no. Like, that's who I'm called to do. That's my son. I'm not gonna let my son get down in no foolishness.
But you and I both know these coaches, these owners, right? You've been in the rooms.
Right.
The owners, billionaire owners,
yes,
will often say, well, this is a young man who should be making his own decisions. He's got this helicopter dad.
Not my son. And we ain't in no helicopter. Yeah. We definitely ain't in no helicopter.
Giants are you're in the. So have you told him privately who you would like for him to play for?
It's not like that.
Okay.
Like, it's not like who I would like for him to play for. It's a couple teams that I won't allow him to play for. So it's not like that. But this is my profession. I know what's behind the curtain.
Salute to Deion, man. Salute, real talk. You know, what's crazy about all of these topics and Shedeur Sanders, where he was going, I know players that is better than Shedeur Sanders to me that's still in college that didn't have a chance to be drafted. And I feel like would have been drafted higher than him if they was in the draft now. Even buddy Nico, I'ma leave you, that left Tennessee, I feel as if he is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders, not taking anything away from him. But I want to speak to something. I want to speak to the fatherly role. I want to speak to the people making the comparisons of Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, and Archie Manning, the father, and Deion, Shiloh, and Shedeur. See, I damn near forgot his name. Shedeur. It's a difference, man. It's really a difference. People say white and black. The comparisons between white and black and racism in America is sick. And people have quotes saying it's cool when the Mannings do it. It's a problem when the Sanders do it, but fuck them. Using the finesse 2 times lyrics. The Mannings was in a totally different position. Peyton was in the Super Bowl. Eli was busting ass in college in the SEC in a different level of conference. His father wasn't the coach. He said he didn't want him to go to certain places also. And Deion said that, and I commend Deion for being a father. I love that Deion is in his kid's life. He helped his kids get a check. He helped them get to the NFL, and he's going to help them thrive in the NFL. And if I was a father and I had been successful in my career, I would push my kids along also. That's why I don't have no problem with LeBron pushing Bronny James into the league also, because that's what a father's supposed to do. But my take, though, I'm with my community. I love black people. But sometimes we got to just leave this race shit up out of here, because we don't even like supporting each other from time to time unless it's some popular or some entertaining shit or something that you can benefit from. We got to stand on business, my opinion, and just continue to move forward. Thank y'all for tuning in to my show, man. Peace, love, plenty, abundance. Make sure you go get you some money, and I'm gone. Chill.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.